do that. Immediately identify and then isolate so we can contain it. And then we're looking forward to see how it spread. Are others available to it? And then either power down, or even better would be to isolate them remotely, right? Whether you're using a capability that still leaves them on the network, but doesn't allow them to be part of that network, right? So really, this is often a good endpoint methodology that would have that. Once we discovered it, we have to discover how bad is it, how many, and start writing the IPs down, create this list, because timeline and lists and how it's growing is really important. Was it an email? Was it passwords? Did they get to the passwords after the fact? What tools and malware? How did it spread? Can we see what data they touched? Is there any way for us to identify what they could have stolen? Because they will lie any chance they get. And then did we figure out how they got in so we can make sure that it doesn't happen again? So we really have to do it. Triaging those systems means identifying them, documenting everything, and then prioritizing the restoration based on what's most important to us, because we really need to get ahead of this as quickly as possible. And then look at how did we detect it, or how could we have detected it if we were doing X. This is a case where many people bring us in after the fact, and then we're able to help them make sure it doesn't spread further. And then actively threat hunting. We've got to have that tool and that capability, whether it's a SOC or us just being really good. And the things that would have stopped it in the first place. Patching, patch, right? Securing the remote connections, filtering emails, people are going to click on it, so let's give them as few things to click on as possible. Log the incidents and track it so that we understand things are changing. Then understanding real-time monitoring. We've got to have the capability, whether it's us or somebody else. And then look at what we're doing at the application layer. How are we applying firewalls between the firewalls, right? On the applications that we really need access to, as well as the physical firewalls. All right, and how do we beat them? Well, reliable and tested backups. Well, if you have a backup, you don't have to pay the ransom because you go recover your backup. Ask Colonial Pipeline. Thank you, Stacy. The point there was they paid $2 million, they got $1 million back, and they ended up going to their backups anyway. That's a good thing, because they had backups. But if you lose your backups first, because you use the same credentials that you use for your admin and everything else, well, they own.
Or you keep it connected on the network, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Maintain a comprehensive incident response plan. Absolutely. And start with the communication side. Who are we going to call? Include us. We're here to help. Okay, even if you're not a customer yet. Preventative architecture, segmentation, microsegmentation, whatever we can do to help protect what's most important. Endpoint protection, training, and then having assessments. Have a third set of eyes do it. And above all else, in our world, it's about monitoring. That's the flagship. That's where we want to go.